Okay, I'm Richie Zamagian. I'm a filmmaker and a photographer, and I am going to tell you and show you today how I actually use a beginner's camera. This is my D5100 Nikon, and normally when people are actually teaching people how to use cameras, and there's a lot of different opinions on this, and I'm cool with that, and people are going to opinionate on this as well, and it's cool. But this is what I do, and this is how I take photos as a semi-professional, because I'm actually going to be moving into more professional Nikon cameras very soon. And then when I do get the professional Nikon camera, I'll actually be doing videos on that as well. But to get the best out of what I'm doing with this camera, and I do sunsets and I do wildlife and butterflies and stuff like that, what I actually wanted to do was, I realized that with cameras and stuff like that, the biggest problem with this is a crop sensor camera. The crop sensor camera is a beginner's camera, and they have a smaller sensor than the larger. Professional cameras have a large sensor. These cameras here have a smaller sensor. Now, the reason why I actually do a thing here, which is I open the aperture right up on this camera. And here is what I do. I go into manual mode. First thing I do is go into manual mode, which is right here. You can see that. Manual mode, you can switch it around and you'll get that. And there's your different mode settings. Actually, when I say manual mode, it could be memory, it could be a lot of things. I really don't know what it's called. As far as I know, it's manual mode. This is like, you could call it memory. And you could have another name for it, by the way. You could probably whatever it says in instruction booklets. I never read instruction booklets. That's one thing you'll learn about me, is I never read instruction booklets. I just pick something up and I learn how to use it. And a lot of people probably clap me, going, hey, for doing that. Now, I go into M setting. Then I click down. This is your aperture setting here. Right here. That's your aperture setting. And I spin that around. Normally I spin it around to, like, you'll see it there. It's about f4.5. Now, the other thing I do, because the reason I do this is because I'm letting more light into the camera's aperture. Okay, so when you let more light into the aperture and you've got your crop sensor and stuff like that, you will have, what I get is a better picture. Because with the full frame cameras, the professional cameras are full frame cameras. With those cameras, they let more light in. So my philosophy here, and people really give me a lot of yay thumbs up for what I do, is because I'm letting more light in. So therefore, if I'm letting more light in and opening up the aperture, and I'm also using, right here, we're at 1600, and it's gone off. So I'm ISO, as you'll see there, hopefully, is set at 1600. Okay, now the ISO setting, as you'll see here, comes in here. There's the little thing there. All cameras are different, so you have to check your instruction booklet. The ISO there I set to 1600. You can see what I'm doing there. I do there, and you got your ISOs, and you got your little things there, and I set it at 1600. Now the reason I do that, I don't use 100, 200, or 400 during the daytime, because I want to suck as much light into the sensor as possible. That's my philosophy. That's what I started off with when I first started doing photography, was the fact that if I suck as much light into that sensor as possible, and I might use the speed, the shutter speed is, okay, I'm going to have to show you that too. Here's the shutter speed thing here. These are your shutter speeds, and that's going to go in at 1000 or at least 500. During the daytime. The reason I do that is because of the fact that I'm going to get a good solid picture crisp picture and more light variation. So okay, this is video number 1. I'm going to do more videos, and that's video number 1, and this one, and then I'm going to do update videos on how I go about doing other things with photography, such as framing and so on. That when I say framing, I mean shot framing. So I hope you like this, and please leave a comment, and please share. Thanks, bye.